brothers and sisters, generals, family. And I hope we setting the tone. Well, I know we better be setting the tone every morning so we can have a strong, wonderful strength, awareness day. And of course, we got to throw that word righteous in there, stay bold in this life. Again, generals, family, brothers and sisters, current subscribers, new subscribers, anybody that views, salute. Man, I place that gold over our families. May all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And those we held dear, man, that may have transitioned, that were righteous and were a righteous impact in our lives. May they rest in peace and in power. But again, don't care what we do to the body, the righteous, man, spirit will live on, especially if that person was on fire and they made an impact in our lives. We all know those that are connected to that great, great divine and Mother Nature. We know that righteous spirit will live on. Brothers and sisters, and this is another edition of EBX Discussion. And got my African family here on the banner here and thumbnail. And this photo or this on my banner always just warms my heart. I will always and forever be connected to my African brothers and sisters, as we do when we get up in levels, brothers and sisters, family, young or old, we'll learn that discernment as we get up in what levels or age, and we'll be able to discern, those who is for us and those who are against us. And those who are against us, as long as they're not touching us physically, pay toxicity, no freaking mind. And why do we do that? Because toxicity is very, very contagious. And if you want proof of that, you want evidence, just take a look out onto the world, social media. Treat this life like a noun. How I say it, brothers and sisters, person, place, or thing. And what we do, break it down. I told you I'd be rhyming. I love rhyming. It's in my soul. But we're going to get into it, brothers and sisters. And as we all know in these times, the psyche is the battlefield. So you better protect it at all costs. It ain't no joke. We get, like I said, we get up in levels of awareness or age. We'll see, because I never thought we would be living in a time. Now, I don't ever, when I speak and I do these podcasts and stuff and videos and, just try to be positive. I don't never want to come off like, I'm on a high horse and I got to a space where I'm stable and I'm good. Because we're always learning. That's what keep us from missing things. So it's just, man, some of us have been through so much. We have been through the fire. Some of us are just coming out the fire. Some of us have been through the fire. Some of us are going through the fire. But if we are strong in our psyche, what I always say, folks, mind, body, and soul, see, hear, and feel. And of course, the psyche, what we going to speak on today. And I talk about it a lot. And I've said this in the past. Why do one talk about the psyche so much? Because that was the most hardest, toughest, challenge I've ever went through, because changing old mindsets, it's like the longer you have had been under a kind of a conditioning that I always say us melanated brothers and sisters have either come out of or still under, however long we've been under that conditioning, that's about how long it takes to come out of it. And it's tough. It really is. It's tough. But when we finally do, brothers and sisters, young or old, family, when we finally do, we can breathe, and then get rid of all the toxic stuff and stuff we don't need within our psyche. And then we can pay attention to the things that keep us great, keep us strong and elevating, and being happy and content with who we are and where we are. But as I always say, we don't settle. I always look for the new, and always look to expand our minds the best way we can, be our own critic. Don't wait for nobody else to criticize our own self, because that's what make a brother and sister very, very strong. We can be our own righteous critic. Like I'll give you an example of me. I told myself I need to read more. I used to read I never really was a big reader, but I do read every now and then. But in order to expand our mind, and maybe even broaden our vocabulary, not to impress no one or, seem intelligent. I mean, it's good to read because, to expand our mind. Because I remember, as a lot of us, we've heard the interviews of Tupac and, many others. I'm just using Tupac as an example. I love hip hop, so I'll always incorporate something about hip hop. But Tupac read a lot. That's why his mind was the way it was, and not to mention his, his upbringing, his what his mother was. We all know what his mother was, and she was an activist and with the Black Panthers and all that stuff. So all that played a part too. And Tupac read a lot, and I remember actually hearing this white lady that I think she had like a reading class, and she used to have all the artists and stuff, and people come over, and she used to have reading sessions. And Pac said they used to read a lot, and that's wonderful, and that's why his mind he had a amazing mind because he read a lot. So if we want to expand our mind, and all this connects to our psyche, anything righteous is good for the psyche. It's like food for the soul, real talk. And reading is a wonderful, wonderful tool. Whether you're reading a book, and it's got to be a good book now. I mean, it could be anything, but we just have to learn to decipher different things, just like life, But just find a good book about something about history, something that educate our minds and broaden our vocabularies. And, just learn different words, words to say, words not to say. But that reading will expand our minds and broaden our horizons. I'm not speaking like on nothing no one knows. A lot of us know this. But, when we do a little introspection, meditation, take those moments and just think. And as I heard a great brother say, reason with ourselves. Different things in our subconscious will come up. Well, we have to take the time to do what, brothers and sisters? Go deep, deep, deep within, as all us teachers say, and dig that crap up, man, and invest in what? Our divine abilities, and connect with Mother Nature at all times. And I say, set that tone every morning, I'm telling you, the psyche is no joke. It really isn't, I really, when I say I feel sorry for people who can't get to a success state in their mind where they can maintain themselves, I don't say that to be sarcastic. Only sarcastic to the ones that are aware and don't care, and that has nothing wrong with them. Now, people like that choose to be toxic and don't care how they affect others, that's on them. But I know we always say that term, what go around come around. I mean, it's more than just a term or a saying. It happens. A lot of us have lived this, and I always like to bring up that only those who have transitioned and came back. You hear me say that from time to time because I've heard the stories. Those are the people that really know the power of life, that great divine, or Mother Nature, what's on the other side. So like I said, that's who I would want to learn from. Somebody who have, transitioned, have passed away and came back. I would want to know what they know. Real talk. So, don't take life for granted, because life, as we know, we be like a vapor, here today, gone tomorrow. So study as much as we can while we're here. It's I've said this on many podcasts, and the other brothers and sisters have said this. I've said this many times. I haven't had a song called "No More Excuses." Running out of excuses, brothers and sisters. Like I said, we got knowledge and definitions at our fingertips. And with that being said, my leaders and teachers, salute with a student spirit, and we are not followers. And of course, we're going to have another meditative moment. But before we do that, of course, like I say, we got to set that tone every morning and, get rest, rejuvenate, connect with our families, anything that rejuvenate us and keep us breathing. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the psyche is a battlefield, so protect it at all costs. And as I said on other podcasts, how I set my tone, as I like to meditate, when I'm in the house. I like to be outside, too. Don't get me wrong. I love being outside in nature. I'm fascinated with it now that I've studied it and kind of understand it a little better. But when I'm inside, as I say on my screen, I usually have a view of the nature and mountains and the universe and stuff like that. Today I have my 7 warriors that I always talk about. And you can go on YouTube, and it's called 7 Powerful African Warriors. And it's a meditative videos, and they also have jazz videos, but it shows, like I said, mountains and the nature and stuff like that. But today I have my 7 warriors, and it has the drums playing in the background, but I got it turned down. But you can see the 7 warriors, and it shows the little mist of I won't say fog or smoke, like blowing across them. And like I said, it's 7 warriors. You got 6 brothers and 1 sisters, and 1 brother standing in the front. Oh, and again, they got the African gear, the paint, in the warrior gear, and they ready to go, and they look very intimidating. We got to fight off that devil. Like I say, when we wake up, when our feet first touch the floor, we want that devil to be like, are they ever gonna give up? No, we're never gonna give up. Because a general that's in a brother or a sister never give up. And I'm telling you, we fight those battles in our psyche. Because I'll say them time and time again. F the human body. No, we gonna override any toxic thing that human body try to sense to our mind. No, we gonna override it. Because the human body ain't shit, folks. Never listen to the human flesh, ever. So mind, body, and soul, baby. See, hear, and feel. Man, we can sharpen those things. Nothing can F with us. And what's the center of that? The psyche. So I want to get to that, and again, we're going to have another meditative moment. And just a little something is actually about the so-called matrix, quotation marks. And I just wanted to read a little summary. I thought it was interesting, and as us like-minded brothers and sisters, whether young or old, our families, we come across things that titillate our spirit, so to speak, and that's what we do. We explore, we learn things, expand our mind, and as I was going to say a few minutes ago, being in this human body and not going out, I'm not saying like going outside of it, looking for something on the outside. I'm talking about like going outside of our comfort zone, I'm telling you, if we don't do that and try to go to at least try to reach our higher self, man, we don't know what our human body, as a human, we don't know what's coming down the road. But what I always say, folks, Mother Nature and that great divine always knows. I told you I like to rhyme. All right, we're going to read this summary. And it has something to do with the matrix. And I just thought it was kind of interesting. And I think a lot of us can relate to this. All right, and we're going to talk about the red pill and the blue pill effect. Now, like I said, a lot of us know about the red pill and the blue pill thing. But I think it has a lot to do with the psyche, and the reason why, because we have two things. We have four things with the psyche. Okay, first off, I'm gonna say choices. Okay, in life we have wrong choices, right choices. All right, and this is pertaining to the psyche. All right, now let's go to the energies. Now we have negative energy and we have positive energy. So which one you think will be better? And it's the same thing as the red pill, blue pill. It's the same thing. Do we want the fake or do we want the real? And again, social media and things of the world, some celebs, they are evidence of living a fake, toxic life. Why live that life anyway? And it's not about being this perfect person. It's about being in a righteous, good space. And I say righteous for a reason, if you hear me say that a lot. It's about being in a righteous, good space. So when things do come, we'll be what? What does all us teachers say? So we'll be ready, mind, body, and soul. And like I say, paranoia is a thing of the past, because things that we used to think were weird or whatever, that's a thing of the past too. I mean, just look at the shit that some people are doing. So we don't even have to debate that anymore. It's all about being ready, because it's nothing like being ready for things. You're like, oh man, I'm glad I did this or did that. So that's why I gave that little example there about right choices, wrong choices, negative energy, positive energy. Everyone has a choice if we're healthy and nothing's wrong with us. So I want to get into this summary, and it's about the red pill and the blue pill. All right. Now, as brothers and sisters, we are given the option to take the red pill. All right. Which would enable us to understand what is actually occurring outside the illusion, created by the matrix, quotation marks. Now, that's what happened when we take the red pill. We take the red pill, we understand. And that's, to me, I'm just using this as an example, taking the red pills, that we're willing to step into the new, and get rid of the old. And because that's the only way we're going to see things. And especially if you hear me say this all the time, we're connected to children, family, significant other. We better know thyself. Again, unless something wrong with us or we need help or medical attention or, or something like that, just try our best to be in a space where someone can care for us. I'm not talking about entities on the outside. Try our best to have as much as an independent mind as we possibly can. Again, try our best to be with loved ones and be in a righteous space. If we're not toxic, most of the time we good. Most of the time it's all about choices, brothers and sisters. So that was the red pill effect. Again, it's just an example of making right choices. That's what I get from the red pill. Just the ability to have an open mind, not open to everything, things that are toxic. Again, we're up in certain levels. We don't have to worry about things like that. Because when we get to a certain level of a success state of mind, we'll probably have mastered discernment. So, all right, let's go on to the blue pill. Okay, the red pill was enabling us, a brother or sister, to understand what is actually occurring outside the illusion created by the matrix, quotation marks. Or, okay, now the blue pill, which would allow brother or sister or us to return to our comfort zone, and we just want to think our way and don't want to learn none, to experience only that of an illusion. And that is what? Danger, danger, danger. What do we always say about a false sense of reality? And again, folks, this is for me too, because I don't ever want to come off like, all right, hey, you should do this and you should do that and don't do this. No, hey, this for me too, because that's why you always hear me say, keep what? A student spirit. Be a student of nature. Be a student of the universe. Be a student of ourselves. I'm telling you, man, when we learn ourselves, we'll mirror everyone else. So that was just a little example, a little summary I wanted to read. And this is a part of fighting battles in our psyche. Speaking is good too when you take it serious. And we have righteous, right intent, divine intent. What? Deep, 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 deep within. I mean, deep as we can possibly go. I mean, to the pit, to the bottom. You know what I mean? Till we go thong, till you can't hit nothing else. Real talk, I am so serious. And I'm telling you, we will flourish, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, we would flourish in this life. And we would pinpoint things in our psyche and watch what we channel into it. And I'm talking about person, place, thing, news, politics, celebs, toxic individuals in our lives. Don't give things like that. Anything toxic, do not give it a lot of energy. As much as we can, we can, because it depends on where we are in our lives, because a lot of us are in different situations, different parts of the world, but the best we can. If we are fortunate to have quiet moments, sometimes, not all the time, but if we are fortunate to get those peaceful moments where we can develop, a strong fortress in our psyche, do that. Be thankful, because that's how we be ready for things, And some things will become. Now, we do this a lot now. It takes practice. Like we say, anything that we do, that we practice at, practice makes perfect, right? So it's not about being this perfect person, though, brother or sister. But we can have what? Perfect intentions. And we'll flourish. And then when we get to a certain state we're trying to get, we get to the next level. Because as I've said, and many of us know this, we never run out of levels until what? We transition. And then we'll have an easy, smooth transition. It won't come too abrupt like a train. Boom, and just flow smooth through life like nature, Could learn a lot from nature. And like I say, I don't know all there is about nature, but what I have learned, I am so freaking thankful that Great Divine has dropped that knowledge in one's spirit as it has with other teachers, because I have learned from some, as well as my mom and others in my family, because my receptors are open. My mind is never closed, but it's only closed to the toxic shit. Because I always say, I remember I used to be stubborn. And I remember I kind of used to think, I just kind of remember thinking to myself like it was kind of a bad thing. But when I think back, brothers and sisters, and I'm sure some can probably relate to this, actually me being stubborn on some things kept me out of trouble and helped get one to the space one is in now. So, but now I know what it is. Now I'm stubborn to the things I need to be stubborn to. See, a lot of weapons that we carry through our lives, and a lot of attributes and righteous things that we have, that, just this little introspection, brothers and sisters, things that we thought held us back then actually helped us, kind of help us build the character we are now. So like me being stubborn, and not all things that we did, but some things like, man, now it's our weapon. Like me being stubborn now, that's my best weapon, because nothing can penetrate me now. It's too late now. I've been studying positivity for so long, and not just me, many other great generals out here, brother or sister. young and old. Salute. And I always will honor and salute stuff like that, because some of us, man, again, some of us, as we say, we should be in a crazy house, but a lot of things that we said and predicted and did, and it was all for the position that we are standing in right now. Because I say many times that great divine, Mother Nature, has us generals in a position that we are in. And again, the psyche is a battlefield, I'm telling you. So you better protect it at all costs. Real talk. So I hope you enjoyed the journey, and I hope you are enjoying your journey and setting the tone every day. As I say, brothers and sisters, tell yourself every day it's going to be a good day. That's how we got to speak to ourselves. We got to be ready in the mornings. I don't care, like I say, we have nothing to do that day. Get up and act like you're going to work. You still have that same righteous motivation every day, because every day can be a triumph, or every hour, every moment can be a triumph, But again, I always want to say it's good to have solitude, but when we can, protect protect good friends too, but connect to good friends, brothers and sisters, our families, when we can, and this for me too now. It just feels good, and it makes you feel whole when we connect to loved ones, real talk. So that's why we keep that love for our teachers, those who mean well out here. Don't take our teachers, don't take life, and don't take ourselves, our family, our children's mothers, the fathers out there. If we are in a good space, man, just be thankful, because there are those that are not. There are those that are not in a good space, that are struggling, that are not aware, and still under that conditioning. Call down protection from that great divine for ourselves, from ourselves. That those that, I don't know, we're in a struggling state, man, may that great divine come in their lives. And that's my children, family, anyone, because the psyche is a battlefield, brothers and sisters. So do whatever we can. I'm telling you, whatever we can, fight those battles in our psyche at all costs. Salute.